Okay, so your parents might have lied to you as kids, but mine, no. My mom never lied to me, okay?
We're gonna expose their lies right here on Throwback. Bless you. God bless. Okay, this is about me.
If you keep making faces,
it'll get stuck. Yes, I heard that all the time.
Oh, that's not true. Jim Carrey would have been all mangled by now. That's not true at all.
my mom would tell me this all the time.
That was an Australian one. It's like, oh, if you do that face and the wind changes, it'll be stuck like that.
I grew up in a family where they were kind of vain. She taught me at a young age not to be too expressive because then you're gonna get wrinkles. So it was like, we would laugh like this.
But that actually is kind of true. If you make certain facial expressions, you get wrinkles. It won't get stuck necessarily in that form, but there will be consequences down the line. Like for me, I raise my eyebrows a lot. You get lines.
I got told that all the time, especially since I used to love crossing my eyes.
Yeah, 100%. I would go cross-eyed for fun, and so my parents would say that to me.
That's where RBF really originated, resting bitch face.
I think that's really accurate.
That's not a lie, that's actually
really
a true thing.
And you know how people pop their eyelids underneath? I also used to love doing that, and when I discovered that if you don't look up, they'll stay like that, like if you keep your eyes down, until my mom told me that she knew somebody, which is awful because that was a straight up lie, whose eyelids stayed turned inside out. And can you imagine like being 6 years old and immediately thinking that your eye might actually look like that for your entire life? It's disgusting. It terrified me.
Mom, you were right. I can't uncross them, Mom! The stork brings the babies.
Lisa still tells me that she got delivered by a stork, so we know
I was on a doorstep, so I was delivered by a stork.
That was not a story that was told in my house. Like, we were very open about sex and how a baby is made and where it comes from. Everybody knows it's the mailman.
No, I think even as a child, I was very confused about that as well. I was like, I don't get it, the bird. Like, how could the bird carry a baby? Doesn't that seem a little heavy?
I feel like I didn't even ask.
If you told your kids really how it goes down, it's kind of traumatizing, don't you think? Like, this baby stretched out my vagina, that's how she got here, you know? Like, the kid's not gonna understand that.
They just told me I was the last kid they were having, and I was very, very happy about that. As the youngest, you want to be the center of attention like all the time.
I used to think that when you went to the bathroom and you did number 2, that eventually that just turned into a baby. It just got more and more baby-like.
So SHAE has got thousands of children.
I'm just trying to like wonder what your poos look like. I was very advanced in my knowledge of baby making because I might have once or twice heard some things that I shouldn't have heard as a child. So I knew very quickly that the stork was not involved in any of those transactions.
She didn't hear a bird in the bedroom.
No chirping. I was traumatized
so
very early on. I also
never...
found my parents' porn once, but that's a different episode of Throwback.
I grew up in South Africa, so my parents told me that as babies, we were all monkeys. There were monkeys close by to where we were. Sometimes we would have to like wait in the car and wait for them to pass like on a beach day because they were like evil and they would like bang on the windows and steal your food. They told me we were all monkeys and the parents all go and pick out a monkey, they shave off all your hair and cut off your tail. That way, if you misbehave, you could always return back to the wild because secretly you are a monkey. So they could always send you back to your monkey family.
This is the cold hard truth. When an animal dies in my family, they just tell you.
I learned everything about animal heaven from All Dogs Go to Heaven. They do not go to a farm.
Is that the lie that parents say when pets pass away? That is like the worst lie ever.
What a sad farm. Just like a bunch of like crippled, half like eaten by coyote cats, like sad dogs just like walking around this farm.
Well, I lived on a farm and my dogs roamed freely and never came back. So yeah, it happened.
Again, just like where babies came from and death and masturbation, like we were very open in my family about Stump dying. And he went to heaven because God spelt backwards is dog.
I have one specifically that I remember that my sister's guinea pig died and I was told it had a heart attack, but then I found out later that little Lily left the door open and our dog trampled the little guinea pig and he died.
So it's your fault.
It was my fault. Didn't find out
They were
until
trying to
I found out
save
maybe
you.
5 years ago.
One day my mom bought me a dog and she was gonna bring it home to me and then ran over it before she could get it in the house, so she had to go back and buy a brother to that dog. Yeah, we lived at a farm, like things happen to animals.
We had a little dachshund, you know, like a wiener dog, and its heart was literally too big for its body, which is an adorable way to die. That's actually how it died, and our parents were just like, yeah, Greta went to little doggy heaven. Her heart was too... What if her heart wasn't too big for her body, and right now I'm realizing that that's a lie? I need a minute. I have no fucking clue if that's true or not now. Should I call? I can call my mom and we can find out right now. You want to do it?
Hi, Annie.
Hey, Mom, how are you?
I'm great. How are you doing?
I'm great. I'm at that shoot thing and it's going well. We were talking about some lies that parents have told their kids, and I was wondering, when Greta died when I was little, you told us that her heart was too big for her body. Is that true?
Yes.
Oh, it is true.
It is true, yeah.
Okay.
She was kind of inbred, I think, and she had an enlarged heart, and she was on heart medication, just like a person.
We had another dog, a little like Westie. You took her to the pound with no one's permission.
So when I put her down?
When you put her down, yeah, you didn't tell any. I came home and my dog was missing.
Yeah, your dog was dead. She was on her last leg, she was having accidents in the house, and she was, you know, couldn't hear and all that, and I got really pissed off at your dad, so I took her and killed her.
Santa sees everything? Yeah, if you replace the word Santa with God, you're absolutely correct.
I got the Santa card all year long.
I definitely believe that Santa saw everything when I was little.
Yeah, that fucking creep. He does see everything, then you gotta sit on his lap and tell him what you've done right and wrong this year. It's terrifying.
And in like the spring, I don't give a shit what Santa thinks, right? Because I still have plenty of time to make up for it.
Yeah.
By the time December gets here, what I've done in March, he's already forgotten about. He's a busy guy.
I also love the idea that Santa was like the original nanny cam. Like he's just always watching you. And I do remember the moment that I was like, oh, Santa's not real, because he can't just watch me. Like he's watching everybody, unless I have my own personal Santa, which now they do. Elf on a Shelf.
That's actually a really good question. How long does it take for gum to digest in your stomach? Because I've heard that too, like it stays there for a long time. I don't know how long, but a long time.
Is that a myth?
I had that all the time. My
7
dad
years is what I
drilled that
got.
into us.
Yeah, and I think my mum took it a step further and said it'll grow a tree inside you, a bubblegum tree.
I would like you to know I still chew on my gum and eat it, and I'm still sitting here, so I don't have any digestion problems that I know of.
I believe that to this day. I saw somebody swallow gum the other day and I was like, well, there goes your bowel movements for a while.
It's scary, because when you're a kid, your parents are your whole world. So when they tell you something and you believe it, it's absolutely terrifying.
I legitimately started eating a piece of gum at VidCon, and then we had an interview and I realized it was still in my mouth and I panicked, I swallowed it, and I've been thinking about it ever since.
I actually think I tried like being really dramatic with my parents once, and I swallowed gum intentionally to try and scare them, you know what I mean? Just, oh, you're gonna treat me like that? I'm swallowing this gum.
So my parents told me if I swallowed my gum, it would wrap around my heart. And then that meant that my heart couldn't get enough blood. My parents are really evil, huh? Like, what the hell?
Masturbating will make you go blind? This is the first I've ever heard of this.
I've never heard that.
I can see.
Let's just say my vision is great, so I don't really know if that's true or false.
So.
You have a stigmatism?
Yeah, I have astigmatism.
What does that mean?
It means my corneas are shaped like footballs instead of basketballs.
What does that have to do with masturbating?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure my parents never talked to me about anything sexual. I learned it all in school or from the television.
I've never had that talk, and I don't plan on ever having that talk with my parents.
My parents were too scared to have the sex talk with me. By the time my dad had the sex talk with me, I was already having sex.
And what is the science behind that? Like really?
Does
Like
semen
those,
help
how are
the
those two
eyes
things
stay moist?
moist, like lubricated?
Oh my God, I've just cracked it.
Masturbating was not really a priority of mine, like on my list of things that I did generally, but I feel like maybe boys would have more of a association with such a thing.
Who made that up?
How would you, how does this work?
That's a lie. That's a lie. That's a lie. Keep touching yourselves. Fine.
Oh, I've heard that sitting too close to the TV will ruin your eyesight. I actually believe this to be true.
Yep, I've definitely been told that lie multiple times, and I think that's not a lie. That's not a lie.
So I think that's something parents just tell the kids to like make them stop watching TV and stuff, but at the same time, I couldn't imagine sitting very close to the TV is good for you.
As I've gotten older, when it comes to screens, I now like look at my phone like this.
Me too. I found myself the other day and it was literally like this far away from my face.
I think that's because I sat in front of the TV for too long. But I also
also, I understand wanting to get like up close and personal with One Tree Hill. You know, like I get it. You want to put your face in Chad Michael Murray's face.
I mean, I have no idea. So far I'm not blind.
What if you're masturbating while watching TV too close? You just like automatically lose everything.
Or does that make it happen twice as fast? Do you become blind twice? Or maybe one eye. One eye at a time.
I'm nearsighted, so I have to hold stuff here. And the doctor would tell me to make my eyesight better, I should read without my glasses and hold my book and like the TV and crap right here. And it was clearer, but did not make anything better.
See if they make my eyes look big.
This is what drunk goggles are like, you know, when you're in like high school and they tell you to not drink and drive.
I don't think I could get this drunk.
If you pee in a pool, the blue ring and/or cloud pops up around you.
Now that I'm older, I kind of question it because I've yet to see the blue ring. Have you guys seen the blue ring?
That's not a lie either.
Everyone knew that one. Is that not real?
That's not real. Nuh-uh. Wait, what? Oh, I'm using that on my kids, like for sure. Oh, they're going down, dude.
That's a thing. Peeing in the pool and having it turn colors is a thing, I think.
It's not a thing like in your like home pools. It's like if you go to a water park.
It is a thing, but they have to have the special dye in the pool. It's not just like every pool.
Or maybe that's all a lie.
No.
I've never seen it done.
Do you see the movie Grown Up?
Yeah, but that's a fucking movie, Lisa.
I think it's true though, because then you warn people. It warns people to get out of the pool because it's unsanitary.
I got told though that if you pee in the ocean, obviously, you know, Australia a little bit sharky, that it attracts the sharks. So you better
A little bit sharky. Australia's a little bit sharky for anyone.
A little bit sharky.
But it's a good lie though. I'm gonna tell my kids that lie. And by kids, I mean dog.
Oh yeah, the cramp threat that you could not swim 30 minutes after you ate lunch or food.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you would like sink to the bottom. My mom would tell me that I wouldn't be able to like swim, like you lose your ability to float, and then I would sink to the bottom.
I was a water dog as a kid, so I would jump in anyways, and I've never gotten cramps. Cramps just didn't come. So you know what I say to that, parents? Screw you.
I actually think that's true.
I think so too.
That's the rule I apply all of my workouts to as an adult, so I hope it's true. Otherwise, I've been living a lie this whole time.
If it is a lie, it's a stupid lie because as like a parent, wouldn't you want to get rid of your kids faster? Like, okay, yeah, here's some Triscuits and watermelon, get back in the pool. Like, I don't want to have to hang out with you for 30 minutes.
Tooth Fairy was widely believed in my house. I never realized that it was my mom exchanging the tooth for money. Like, I genuinely thought there was a Tooth Fairy.
Yeah, she's a little weird, right? That's kind of like fetishy, collecting little teeth under your pillow. Like she sneaks in the middle of the night and like puts her like creepy fairy hand under your pillow and grabs your enamel and just runs with it. What a weirdo. And then like her castle is made out of children's teeth. Gross.
I believe the Tooth Fairy.
I got a lot of money when I was little.
My parents would always forget to put the money under my pillow. Every single time they forgot. So then the next day it would like show up like in my lunchbox or on the table next to my breakfast. They're ridiculous.
That one, my parents kept the lie as long as they could. I actually found out through friends that the Tooth Fairy wasn't real. And so that's when you come back home and you look at your parents differently and you're like, you've been sneaking into my room and taking my teeth and giving me money for that? Who invents this stuff?
Well, those are some of our favorite lies that our parents used to tell us, but what are yours? Let us know in the comment section below.
Click left to see the girls take a mermaid class on Beauty Trippin', and click right to see us try out all those foods from your childhood on Cheat Day.